Priyanka Das is a passionate writer. She loves tutoring and cooking. She has previously worked as a tutor and content writer. Her dream is to be an established author. I would like to introduce Priyanka, the person, as well as the author and her new book, Manly Enough. Welcome, Priyanka.
Hi, thank you. Thank you so much for the introduction.
You're welcome. Priyanka, please tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself as well as your writing, your process.
Like you mentioned, I am a writer and I love writing very much. I'm a student of philosophy and I'm doing my graduation from University of Delhi.
Mhm.
And I work as a full-time professional writer. And writing has been my passion ever since I was a small kid. I am a bibliophile. I love reading books and I love journaling. And yeah, that's me.
That's great. When did you first realize you wanted to be a writer?
I remember I was in seventh grade. My teacher just asked us to do creative writing. So I wrote a poetry and I wanted that to be published in our school magazine. So I was in seventh grade when I decided that, okay, this is what the fun thing. I really want to do this again. So since then, I'm a full-time writer.
That's wonderful. Where
Yeah.
do you get your greatest ideas for writing?
I'm basically a daydreamer. I love daydreaming, especially like I'm a person when things don't go my way. I have this habit of imagining things in my head. Like, okay, if things don't go here this way, then I'll make it in my head. So I just
Yeah.
make instances and then I like follow up the things and then I just write. My daydreaming is my greatest source of ideas.
That's wonderful. It's kind of like you
Yeah.
have a conversation with someone and then you go
Yeah,
ahead
with myself only.
and then think back
Yeah.
and you're imagining the conversation going in the whole different way.
Yeah, that's totally in my way, like how I want things to be.
True. So,
Yeah.
why this title? Why this title, Manly Enough? Like, why?
Actually, my book, I wrote this book when I was like having a conversation with my old friend, and he didn't want his identity to be disclosed, but he's a rape survivor himself. So his story was very encouraging and it showed me a lot of loopholes in our society where we say, okay, rape hua hai kisi ka. So somewhere we show sympathy. That's the one side. But if we look at it some other way, हम देखते हैं कि like okay rape हुआ है कितनी बुरी बात है अच्छा अब इसकी कोई इज्जत नहीं है इसकी इज्जत जा चुकी है या अब इसको कौन अपनाएगा या कौन इससे शादी करेगा is he man enough or like I'm basic with the title I'm basically questioning the norms of the society like society questions the man's perspective like okay किसी female के साथ rape हुआ है then we are like okay उसकी इज्जत चली गई blah 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 but when किसी मेल के साथ हुआ है ऐसा बहुत कम होता है कि लोग ओपन अप कर पाते हैं because it's very serious thing तो जो ओपन अप होते हैं सोसाइटी उनको कैटेगराइज करती है कि अच्छा मेल के साथ हुआ है तो इज ही मैनली इनफ या उसका ऐसा क्या है जो उसको लेस मैस्कुलिन बनाता है तो माय बुक बेसिकली क्वेश्चंस द नॉर्म्स ऑफ द सोसाइटी एंड द लूप होल्स कि हम नॉर्मली कि हम जो बात करते हैं उसमें भी कितने सारे फ्लॉज हैं एंड हमें आई थिंक चेंज करना चाहिए क्राइम को तो स्टॉप होना चाहिए ही चाहिए बट द सोसाइटी द थॉट पैटर्न needs to be changed too.
It's
Yeah.
it's an ideal idea. Maybe
Yeah.
hopefully this book might change something, might change the perspective
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah.
So, tell me something about yourself. Which book do you like reading most? What genre of books do you
Like I said, I love daydreaming, so I love fiction books a lot. My favorite author is Haruki Murakami, and currently I'm reading his book Kafka on the Shore because I've never read that. But yeah, I have read his books, Norwegian Wood, and other books too, Men Without Women.
She's a writer. It's she.
No, it's he.
Haruki Murakami?
Yes, he is a Japanese author.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
saw her YouTube video.
Okay,
I
it's
didn't.
fine. But I read him. He's a Japanese author, and he has been written like he has written a lot of like 17 to 18 books by now, and they are like great, like contemporary fiction at its level best.
It's very mature books. Those are very mature books.
Yeah, those are very mature, and especially like the way he portrays the like livelihood, the things around us with a different perspective. I like the way he portrays the thing.
So, what book have you read the most? Like all your life, like the one book that you like to read again and again?
This one book is The Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. It was my first novel. I was in second grade when I read it. Like I was very young, and I have read it around like 10 to 15 times by now just to understand what it really means. Like, 7-year-old and a classical English book doesn't go along. Like at that time, I couldn't understand the words and the literary things mentioned there. But as I grew up, I understood it better, and yes, I can read it now itself.
Yeah, like at that moment, you just went through it as a reading experience.
Went through it, yeah.
Later, you
Yeah.
understood what it meant, what those words
It was
meant.
something like my mother just challenged me. Okay, when I was a kid, my mother was very like my mother is a bibliophile herself, so she was like my child should read books and everything. So she handed me a novel for the first time when I was in second, and she just asked me, okay, I'll give you a chocolate if you complete this book in 1 month. And I was like, okay, I can do this. And that was the very first book I read.
That's an interesting story. That tells a lot about you as well as your mom. Your mom guided you to read books.
Yeah, the credit goes to her.
So, will this book leave an impact on readers? Do you think this book would leave an impact?
Of course, I think this will, because in this book I have mentioned the story of the person, how his life went downhill and how the society judged him, how he was an orphan, and how his love life was affected because of what happened, and how he kept that thing inside himself. Like, there's this thing about past trauma. We don't really share it with anyone else. For example, if I am a rape victim, I'll not open up about it anyway. I'll just keep it within myself, and I'll just keep suffering inside no matter what happens. So this is what my book is about. Like, we need to create a safe environment for the survivors. I don't call them victims because I think that's a very regressive word. But I want to create a safe environment for everyone, where everyone can like open up about what they feel, open up about their opinions freely. Yeah, so I think that this book will leave a great impact on the reader.
So what advice would you like to give to other aspiring authors?
Actually, I'm still an aspiring, so I just want others to say that don't give up. There will be times that you would want to give up, that there's no career here, and how will you like survive without money or anything. Just keep writing, keep journaling. This will help you a lot.
Would you like, as an end note, would you like to say something to your readers?
I would say that mental health is really, as a mental health patient myself, I would want to suggest that I'd never got an environment where I would open up very, where I would have the courage to open up. So I really want to establish such environment in our society where we won't we will remove the stigma, and we'll talk about the actual problems that are bothering us. And like, no matter how much everyone says ki cheezein achhi ja rahi hain, police is doing their job, but still there are cases, rape is like increasing, the scale of rape is increasing day by day, and it needs to be stopped. So yeah, read my book, please.
That's very sweet, short and sweet.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you so much for your time. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for answering all these questions. And thank
Thank
you
you.
for being here.
Thank you so much. It was a great experience.